8 bizarre old Hollywood stories that are totally true. Hollywood's golden age wasn't all glitz and glamour. Behind the smiles, lights, and fame were secrets that could shock even the biggest fans. From mysterious deaths to haunted hotels and scandalous secrets buried for decades, today we're uncovering 8 bizarre old Hollywood stories that are totally true. Get ready. This will change how you see classic Hollywood forever. 1. The mysterious death of Thelma Todd. Thelma Todd was one of the most promising actresses of the 1930s. Charming, beautiful, and talented. She worked with comedy legends like the Marx Brothers and had a thriving career ahead of her. But on December 16, 1935, her maid found her dead inside her car, parked in her own garage. The official cause was carbon monoxide poisoning. An accident, they said. But the details were too suspicious. Thelma's face was bruised, her lips were swollen, and she had a bloody nose. The car was parked in a garage up a steep hill, and she wasn't dressed for cold weather. So what really happened? Rumors swirled that she was murdered, possibly by the mob, or even her ex-lover, who owned the cafe she managed. Others believed it was Hollywood's dirty politics silencing someone who knew too much. To this day, no one knows the truth, and her mysterious death remains one of old Hollywood's greatest unsolved cases. Imagine being a rising star one night and a Hollywood mystery the next morning. 2. Clark Gable's secret love child. Clark Gable, the king of Hollywood. Handsome, charming, and adored by millions. But he carried one of the biggest secrets of the Golden Age. In 1935, while filming The Call of the Wild, he had an affair with his co-star, Loretta Young. When she became pregnant, it was a scandal that could have destroyed both of their careers. So Loretta disappeared for months, claiming she was on vacation. In reality, she gave birth to a baby girl. Later, she adopted her own child to cover up the truth. That baby grew up as Judy Lewis, never knowing that her real parents were 2 of the biggest stars in Hollywood. She only found out decades later when the resemblance and rumors became undeniable. It's a story that shows how image mattered more than truth in the old studio system. A Hollywood fairy tale with a secret too dangerous to tell. 3. Fatty Arbuckle's scandal that ended a career. Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle was one of silent cinema's biggest stars. His slapstick comedy made audiences laugh worldwide, and he was one of the highest-paid actors of the 1920s. But in 1921, everything changed. Arbuckle hosted a wild party at a San Francisco hotel, and 3 days later, actress Virginia Rappe was dead. Newspapers accused Arbuckle of assaulting and killing her. The story exploded, and his name became tabloid poison overnight. Though he was tried 3 times and finally acquitted, the damage was done. Hollywood banned him, studios cut ties, and his career vanished. He died just a few years later, heartbroken and forgotten. This scandal taught Hollywood how quickly fame can vanish, and how one accusation could destroy an entire empire. In old Hollywood, it took just one headline to erase a legend. 4. The haunted set of The Conqueror. In 1956, John Wayne starred in The Conqueror, a movie now remembered not for its story, but for its curse. The film was shot in the Utah desert, just 150 miles from a U.S. government nuclear testing site. At the time, no one realized how dangerous that was. Years later, almost half of the cast and crew developed cancer, including John Wayne, Susan Hayward, and director Dick Powell. Out of 220 people involved, 91 developed the disease and 46 died. The desert winds had carried radioactive dust across the set, poisoning everyone slowly. Hollywood later called it the most deadly movie ever made. They went to film a Hollywood epic, but ended up filming their own tragedy. 5. Judy Garland's Nightmare Behind the Wizard of Oz. Judy Garland, just 16 years old, became an icon as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. But behind the bright yellow brick road was a dark truth. Studio executives controlled everything, forcing her onto starvation diets, giving her amphetamines to stay awake, and sleeping pills to rest. She wasn't treated as a child, but as a product. She was even slapped on set to make her cry for emotional scenes. The pressure and exploitation led to lifelong struggles with addiction and mental health. By her 40s, Judy's life was in ruins. all because the studio system valued profit over humanity. The girl who followed the yellow brick road was trapped in a nightmare she could never escape. 6. The ghosts of the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. The Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel has been a landmark since 1927, hosting legends like Marilyn Monroe, Clark Gable, and Charlie Chaplin. But according to many, some of those guests never checked out. Staff and guests have reported eerie occurrences for decades. In Monroe's old suite, guests claim to see her reflection in a full-length mirror that once hung there. Others hear jazz music and laughter echoing from the ballroom when it's completely empty. Some have even seen the ghost of Montgomery Clift pacing in the hallway, practicing lines for his movies. The Roosevelt's glamorous past might have faded, but its spirits remain. In Hollywood, the spotlight never truly goes out, even for the dead. 7. The Black Dahlia murder, Hollywood's gruesome secret. In January 1947, Los Angeles police found the mutilated body of 22-year-old Elizabeth Short, a struggling actress trying to make it big. Her body had been cut in half and drained of blood, her face carved into a chilling smile. The media dubbed her the Black Dahlia, and the case shocked America. The murder became one of the most infamous unsolved crimes in Hollywood history. Rumors linked the killing to doctors, filmmakers, and even secret Hollywood circles. Dozens of theories exist, but no one was ever convicted. The case remains open, a real-life Hollywood horror story that feels like a noir movie brought to life. A dreamer came to Hollywood for fame and became its most haunting legend. 8. Howard Hughes, the billionaire who went mad. Howard Hughes was a genius filmmaker, inventor, and one of the richest men in the world. But his brilliance slowly gave way to madness. He directed massive productions, designed aircraft, and dated Hollywood's biggest stars. But his obsession with perfection consumed him. He became paranoid about germs, locking himself in dark hotel rooms for months at a time. He refused to cut his hair or nails, wore tissue boxes on his feet, and communicated through handwritten notes. By the end of his life, he was unrecognizable, a ghost of the man who once conquered Hollywood. He ruled the skies and the silver screen, but lost the battle inside his own mind. Conclusion. Old Hollywood sparkled with beauty, but its darkness ran deep. Behind the fame were hidden affairs, mysterious deaths, haunting curses, and shattered lives. These stories remind us that fame doesn't always bring happiness, and that the golden age of cinema was often built on secrets, silence, and sacrifice. The stars of old Hollywood may be gone, but their bizarre and tragic stories still echo through time, haunting the city that once made them immortal. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.